Jasmine, thank you very much. Isa ka sa mga buena mano ng Updated with Nelson kan last podcast. At, matagal ko nang wish ito eh. And sabi ko nga, sana pumayag ka. And eto nga, finally.
Yes, thank you also. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year! Super happy New Year.
Yes, it's indeed a Happy New Year. Kasi, di ba, just a few days ago, nakita tayo dun sa press con ng serye nyo. Yung Asawa ng Asawa Ko. You know, title pa lang very intriguing na. Talagang, sabi ko talaga, wow. So, ano to, parang mukhang agawan serye na naman ito.
Oh, yes. It definitely has mga ganong tones, no? Pero, ang nakaka-surprise is hindi siya yung simplistic na agawan. And yung rason ng agawan is sobrang totoo and honest kasi.
No, I don't wanna spoil it, I really don't wanna spoil it. Pero I was at the MediaCon and pati ako talaga parang, what? Parang, oo nga, no? Posibleng mangyari yon.
Posible talaga siyang mangyari. And alam mo, yun yung, doon ako nahirapan actually, nung pinoportray ko yung role ni Christy Manansala. Christy Salcedo Manansala. Ang hirap kasi ng journey niya, and yung, kung iisipin mo siya na totoo or na mangyayari sa buhay mo, parang sobrang ang layo sa realidad.
Of course, when you get, syempre, nung sinabi sa'yo yung magiging role mo, nagka-preparation ka pa ba? I mean, knowing that you're a good actress.
Yes, I do a lot of in the mornings, actually, every time I go to work on the set, on my drive, kasi I drive myself to work. So, ang ginagawa ko, nagpa-play ako ng vocal warm-up. So, continuous yung preparation. Kasi, once you do a workshop, parang pag nagbe-break, madali mong makalimutan or madali kang ma-distract, no? Kasi, like for this Christmas break, I know for a fact na na-distract ako and medyo nakalimutan ko yung series for a while. In-enjoy ko ng todo yung break. Iba din talaga if you constantly do any workshops or any, I guess, improv even sa kasama mo sa show. So even on the set, we're constantly preparing. Nag-i-improv kami as actors or batuhan ng mga kunwaring masasabing linya. And yun nga, on my drive, vocal warm-ups talaga because ang pinaka note or ang pinaka gustong nakukuha sa akin ni Direk Luis is yung buong boses, kasi nga buong tao na tong character ko. She's not finding herself anymore. So,
plus, strong woman yung character mo. I mean, without spoiling it, sobrang strong nung character mo. It really requires a full voice.
Yes. Hindi pwedeng parang you sound like a damsel in distress or you sound like a teenager or a young 20-year-old still searching for yourself, diba?
Wait, andyan si Direk Loris, andyan si Direk Gina. Of course, si Direk Gina is not directing it. She's part of the cast. Pero, hindi ba nakaka-intimidate? I mean, these are two great directors on the set.
Yeah, yes. Oo naman, may intimidation. Definitely. As in, will not deny that. Especially kapag, for me, ang tagal ko nang talagang ina-aspire na yung pagiging actress ko is may lalim and lahat ng role na gampanan is bigyan talaga ng aral and hindi yung basta lang itawid sa ganda or sa pagmemorya, no? So this opportunity to have the both of them on set and
bihira yan.
And for them to take the time to give you any feedback or it means tinatry ka nilang alagaan and bigyan ng iba pang stimulus para mas gumanda yung execution mo. I mean, even last night, alam mo ba, kagabi, Nelson, ang ganda kasi nung eksena namin and ang bigat-bigat kami ni Miss Gina Alahar. And parang nagkausap kami kasi na-confuse ako sa isang linya ko and linya niya. Iba yung pagkakaintindi ko dun sa eksena. And then, narinig niya kung paano ko pinapractice yung linya. So, nung Yun nga, nung napansin niya yun sa akin, sabi niya, teka lang, so inexplain niya, ito kasi yung pagkakaintindi ko, can we try ganito? So, ang ganda din kasi, yes, she's a director too, pero as an actress, she also is very collaborative and hindi siya nag-direct per se. It's more, you can see she just cares about how I perform the scene kasi alam niyang mapupunta naman din doon or pwede naming puntahan yun ng sabay. So, after naming i-take yung eksena, she gave me notes before, and when I think I performed kung ano yung binigay niya sa aking notes. Sana no, na-execute ko yun. She gave me a hug and sinabi niya sa akin, ang ganda nung nakuha kong stimulus or kung ano man yung nag-motivate sa akin sa eksenang yun. And mas naiyak ako lalo kasi crying scene yun, breakdown scene. And mas naiyak pa ako lalo kasi parang, oh my God, it's like a mother's approval. And I crave for that. I love getting approval from my mom or even, my manager or Miss Lilibeth, Miss Gigi. I love it. I love talaga hearing that I've performed or executed something well. Kaya, I'm more than blessed to be experiencing their presence and even their talent. As in, iba.
Jasmine, this is your TV comeback. Bakit nag-gravitate ka towards films? Bakit parang nag-backseat yung TV para sa'yo?
Actually, kasi nung sumali ako sa GMA as an exclusive artist with my contract with them, isa yun sa mga parang napag-usapan namin upon signing with GMA. I'm also very heavily invested kasi sa paggawa ng pelikula and parang doon din ako mas nakilala bago ako sumali sa GMA. So, they were very generous enough to give me the space and the time kapag merong pumapasok na pelikula. So, yun nga, minsan nawawala talaga ako sa TV kasi biglang napupunta ako sa linya ng mga pelikula. And I'm glad kasi napagsasabay ko pareho. And kapag gumagawa ako ng pelikula, as in, yun lang muna yung gagawin ko. Parang ganun kasi yung nagiging namin.
Hindi ka nagdo-double date?
Oo, hindi ko kaya eh. Confused ako kung sinong kadate ko, sinong role ang kadate ko.
Jasmine, let's get personal.
Sure, let's get personal.
You've talked about this numerous times. And the setup that you're in with your partner, si Jeff Ortega.
Correct, oo. Living in together is, for me, I think it's been great for my relationship with Jeff. As in, a lot of people nung una, even friends, syempre even our parents, no, medyo nagulat na, uy, live-in na sila agad. But the trust kasi, unang-una sa lahat, yung trust ng pareho naming parents has been the most empowering for us to proceed with it. And syempre kinausap din naman namin sila kasi I think I was in my early 20s pa at this point, and Jeff was already in his mid-20s kasi we're 4 years age gap no? So, may konting shock nung una, not naman yung parang sobrang out of personality namin yon, but because me also having experienced a bit more of a liberated teenage youth in Australia na normal yon for people even if they're not married, they live in or rent an apartment together. I understood here sa Pilipinas, merong cultural conservatism na hindi siya masyadong yun nga, like you said, normal, quote-unquote, no, normal. Kaya on his side of the family then, kasi they're very Filipino. I mean, they're from La Union. They're very entrenched in the culture here. It was something I also had to, talk to his mom about. But she was just very, of course, be cautious, be responsible with each other, take care of each other. Ngayon kayo na magkasama. Syempre, we shouldn't be ruining each other's progress then in terms of personal growth. Kasi kadalasan yun yung nagiging ano ng mga tao. Paano na yan? You spend your youth together, so yung personal lives nyo hindi nag-grow, or you don't have time for friends, or for to prepare for other things like work and all of that. But because we are each other's best friends, we are each other's support system, hindi siya, ewan ko, parang meant to happen lang talaga siya sa amin. Yun yung naramdaman ko.
It's not like you plan this, both of you plan this, oh, let's live together and then,
Oo
let's
eh.
see. Parang ganon. Kasi,
Wala, hindi talaga.
basta lang, it just happened.
It just happened. Una maleta kasi mag-overnight siya because meron siyang...
You see, it starts from there no?
Yeah.
Yung mga overnight
Diba?
bags. Yes. Oo, tapos may
Mga
toothbrush.
Oo, bedside table na drawer, meron na, yun lang muna.
Oo. Tapos
Tapos
may toothbrush na hanggang sa, oh my gosh, kalahati na nung closet mo.
Alam mo yan. Alam mo yan. So, wala. As in, nakakatulong din because we share a dog and well now two dogs and a cat. So taking care of that for us, shared responsibility, even paying the bills, we have to talk about that, split that. So yung maturity din namin, because I was in my young 20s, yung maturity to be responsible over my own life and to be accountable to the things that happened to me kasi ako lang naman ang responsible. Pareho namin yung na-discover, and because he's 4 years advanced, I'm so glad mature siya. But they said, pag lalaki daw, usually yung maturity, parang mas advanced ang babae kahit younger. But you know what? He is way more advanced than my age.
Hindi
So,
rin.
ramdam ko yung guidance din niya sometimes. So, it's nice. It's a beautiful relationship.
And it's always a blessing to live with your best friend. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Yung iba nga walang romantic relationship, 'di ba? Pero they live together.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's a support system, It's someone you come home to that appreciates you. You just wanna spend life together, and maybe advance ka lang sa kasal, but at least you know already ano yung mga likes and dislikes. Hindi ka papasok ng clueless or nangangapak kung magpapakasal.
It's kind of different kasi for me. Like, syempre, iba naman yung setup ko talaga. Kasi lahat ng naging boyfriend ko before, ang sinasabi ko, I wanna live together to try it out. Kasi lumalabas yung totoong ugali eh. Like, parang when you live together. And then you'll know if you're compatible.
Oo. So parang for you, it was more of, this will be parang a deciding factor. Kasi yun nga, lalabas nga lahat ng true personality, good and bad.
Oo. Kasi, my last boyfriend, we got married na because alam ko na yun na talaga yun. Kasi I've tried other people in my life. Ito yung pinakaswak, like parang super, and we're like 10 years together na.
Diba? So, I mean, for a lot of people like us, we like the experience of trying if living together is something na makakaya natin. Diba?
Disclaimer lang Jasmine and I do not advocate this. Pero it's all entirely up to you. Pero kami kasi, it worked for us.
Correct. It worked for us. And ako din naman, I understand yung why people also don't want that, because for some people, maybe with their personalities, they prefer to save that, or to save that experience of discovering the bad side once they've made that official written document commitment. So,
and we respect that. We respect that.
Super. And you know what? I think, I don't know if it was with you that I mentioned na sa akin kasi ang helpful na hindi kami iba ng inuuwian pagka hindi rin kami okay. Ang gusto ko yon, yung we're forced to confront, makes us uncomfortable.
And it adds up. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that it adds spice to the relationship. Na parang hindi siya boring every day. Well, in fact, di ba? I mentioned nga kanina, we've been together na 10 years. Kayo 8 years.
Correct. Oh my gosh, that's right. I agree. And I think even when we made the choice, well, hindi siya choice na kasi it just happened naturally that we started living together. But kung talagang nag-rent na kami ng sarili naming place na together, kasi at first, syempre, I'll be honest, no, it was at my place that I wasn't going to move. I had my first place, like,
Sorry, this is my place. Kung gusto mo.
ikaw ang matulog dito.
Same.
So,
Oh my God, same. Same. I'm comfortable here. Ang ganda ko.
Correct.
Dito ka.
Correct. So, nung bumukod, tama ba yung term ko? To rent.
When you,
Yeah. Oo. Parang doon din talaga naging mas interesting and mas flavorful nga because iba ewan ko, nagbabago din yung dynamics, nagbabago din yung pakikitungo in a more matured and in a more shared type of relationship. Kasi nga minsan pwedeng, because it's my place, I'm in charge, or I set the rules. So it was nice to also discover how we can share different space na kailangan mag-a-adjust din ikaw sa language niya. Hindi lang love language diba?
Oh my God, alam mo ba, share ko lang when yung nga yung adjustment period na yan, since it was my, it's my place, ang naging malaking problema namin was, I'm letting him in, kumbaga, I'm giving him an extra inch of the space that I want. Kasi di ba, it's supposed to be hati, pero hindi talaga hati, hindi yan 50-50 sa totoong buhay. Pero, di ba parang katulad yung closet ko, like, I have 2 closets, tapos, binigay ko lang sa kanya yung 1/4 nung isang closet. At ang rason ko parating, I'm on TV, I'm supposed to have a lot of clothes.
Yeah, ako din. Yan din reason ko.
Mapapagtanggol kita dyan.
Thank you. May kakampi ako. Kasi talagang, minsan I look at his closet space and parang, should I give him more space? I have this room of mine here where I'm in right now. It's an office / storage for my shoes. As in, parang yung storage ng shoes niya, naawa ko sa kanya. Gusto niyang bumili ng bagong pair of shoes, pero saan niya ilalagay? So, we constantly try to find yung how to give that extra inch for the other person. Except, sorry, nakuha ko na yung room na to.
Pero anyway, actually, it may sound humorous, pero in reality, totoo nangyayari yan. Sabi ko nga, when people ask me, ano yung pros and cons ng living together? Ang sinabi ko, ang pro niyan is malalaman nyo yung ugali ng isa't isa. At ang con niyan is malalaman nyo yung ugali ng isa't isa.
Yes, I agree. As in talaga. And I mean, what better way to strengthen a relationship? Diba? Kasi there are things that I definitely don't like about Jeff, but I'm sure meron din naman siyang hindi gusto sa akin. Like, yung mga moments na nagtatampo ko na wala namang dahilan. Pero diba, it's that type of acceptance that shows you real love. And yung pag natanggap mo kasi yung kabuuan ng tao, who they truly are, mas lumalalim yung love mo.
Hindi, totoo yun Kasi diba, every day will either make you or break you in the relationship. Diba?
Yeah.
So, minsan kahit wala kang ginagawa Pero, diba? Pero, if you're going to be positive about it, it's going to strengthen your relationship.
Yes. And what you mentioned, what you said na if you're positive about it, and being positive isn't just like, kailangan happy. It's knowing paano i-approach yung mga moments na hindi okay, or paano mo iba-bounce back yung kung paano talaga kayo together, what makes you good together. Kasi talagang I've found that before, I was very easy to parang give up and just parang, okay, I just won't deal with it. Back out na lang ako. Or parang naiisip ko din, in a relationship naman, I mean, that was more for other things, like other generic things in life. But in relationship naman, I'm very persevering and gusto ko lagi may napupuntahan yung arguments. And I think it's so good because it can only be better for my relationship with him. And saying that, na ano ko din kasi parang I don't like comparing, pero to appreciate something, minsan you do have to compare what you have na relationship. And hindi kami yung tipong relationship na pag nag-aaway, we use hurtful words or, alam mo, di ba kasi may mga ganun yung, even especially sa 20s, I hear, and marami pang self-discovery, so marami ka pang gustong patunayan na, hindi, ganito ako, hindi, ganito yan. So, parang, pagka nag-aaway yung mga ibang magkarelasyon na kakilala ko or naririnig ko yung mga problema nila and how they deal with it, sometimes like I'm so quiet in my head to think na parang, gosh, I'm so thankful, like kami ni Jeff, at least pag nag-aaway kami, no, parang space muna and pag-usapan natin without hurting each other, or let's just be honest, but no, we're not being honest to hurt each other, kasi iba din yung mga ganong relasyon, nakakatakot.
Hindi, pero like, of course, hindi naman natin may iwasan, di ba? When people fight, even kahit sa friends, di ba? When you do use hurtful words, ano yung nagiging remedy nyo after?
I'm trying to think back. Meron naman na kaming naging ganun na fight, for sure. Siguro like way back 2017 or 18, I'm recalling this one fight and we were in a car and ako yung marami pang pinapatunayan noon. So I must have said something to hurt him and nakita ko talaga yung face niya, and that night our remedy was walang aalis ng kotseng to hanggat hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan na okay tayo. Kasi even if you say sorry or you ask for forgiveness, hindi pa rin okay eh. You know na meron pang work to be done. So minsan, yung work to be done has to be there in the moment din. So, yung pagsuyo, yung pagbigay din ng kung ano yung love language niya. Kasi kadalasan, we forget to entertain that type of love language sa partner natin. And ako with him, it's really just spending time. Taking that time in that moment na. Or if pwedeng gumawa within the day, let's do something together that will make you happy. Kasi it's the only way eh. It's the only way to bounce back. And kung hindi, edi give the space. Yun, minsan he gives me space when he knows he's either said something not meaning to hurt me, but maybe it just parang, whoa, di ako komportable doon. Yung ganon.
Alam mo, sometimes, yung marirealize ko na lang or marirealize niya na lang na parang, why are we even arguing about it? Why are we even fighting? Na parang aliit pala niyang bagay. Kasi maraming pumapasok na factors eh. Minsan, pagod ka lang, gutom ka lang, or kulang ka sa tulog.
Yes.
So,
which are usually my factors.
Exactly. Same here. Oo.
Diba?
Malaking factor ang gutom. Sa totoo lang malaking factor ang gutom. Kasi I remember we were out of the country and then out of the blue, bigla ako nag-flare up. Tapos, biglang alam mo, tahimik lang siya and then unknowingly, dinala niya ako sa isang restaurant. Tapos nag-order siya, tapos pinakain niya ako. After kong kumain, na-realize ko, ba't nga ba ako galit?
Nahimasmasan na. Oh my gosh, that happens to me so much. Lalo na sa amin ni Jeff. And aminado talaga ako. Usually gutom lang.
Totoo. And sometimes kasi, buti na lang kung yung partner mo understands yung state of mind mo noon.
Correct.
And hindi kanya papatulan and he knows what to do. Pero kasi, ang masama minsan, paano kung gutom din siya or paano kung pagod din siya or may pinagdadaanan din siya. Yun nga, nagka-clash talaga kayo. Fight for supremacy yan.
Oo. And wala, it happens.
But here's my question, Jasmine. No? Why are we more giving and more forgiving dun sa mga friends natin na we don't have romantic relationships with. No? Napansin mo?
Yes. I think siguro kasi wala masyadong nakarely sa kanila for your survival or for your day-to-day. I think that's a huge factor kasi kapag, for example, pag nag-away kami ni Jeff, so much is on the line. And if it's a serious one, diba? If it's a serious one, your whole life will change. But pag friends mo kasi, you know that there's so much support that can be revived even if nag-away kayo, or parang you can forget. You can't forget, sorry. You can forgive, you won't forget, but dyan lang.
No.
I don't have to see it every day.
Kasi nga, di ba, ang feeling natin, yung cut is deeper the more you have love for the person.
Yeah.
It's a fact of life. Na parang hindi naman kayo naging masama sa isa't isa, pero na-outgrow nyo eh. Like what you said, maybe may na-meet silang friends na mas okay sa kanila, and ikaw parang hindi mo na rin masakin ang vibe nila, parang okay na.
Oo, okay na. At least you got to know each other at a certain season ng buhay nyo sa isa't isa. And maganda yung season na yun. So, I'm on the same boat as you na lumiliit na rin yung mga friendship circles ko, and mas nagiging focused na ako sa kung sino yung
people who matter.
People who matter. And sa mga listeners natin, if you're younger than me, I'm so young. I'm still 29. I'm still discovering so many new things.
You are very young.
Yeah.
Marami ka pang madidiscover.
Exactly.
Grabe.
Marami pang growth and transformation tong personality ko, how I handle things, and I can't wait to I can but I can't also wait to experience that and to make those growth. So if you're also going through, maybe mga ibang tao dyan, may ibang listeners tayo that are experiencing the shedding of friendships, don't be sad. It's okay. It happens. Kasi it can only be good for you.
Do you have any plans of getting married?
I think that's something we've never really planned in the sense, no? Pero since it's the end goal, the planning is parang we're constantly planning our finances, we're constantly planning how well our growth should be personally, because marriage, since we don't luckily wala pa kaming children out of wedlock, it's not something we've had to deal with yet, and I have just a disclaimer, I have nothing against people who have gone through that type, but wala pa kaming masyadong, I guess, in the shared responsibility sense, kailangan i-commit to each other on document. Our families are still very healthy. Kasi I guess I'm so practical, and with this half Australian mindset, it's a document that I can manage without it as far as this relationship is where it's at now. But I think sa akin kasi, I know when I get married, I want to be a wife and a mom and someone.
Ibang commitment yun.
Ibang commitment yun eh. And I know I can't give it yet. So it's something we both know, and we both naman realize together. So, but he's so ready to be a dad. Like, I know, the way he takes care of me, ramdam na ramdam. But I'm also excited for when that time comes. Kasi ibang role yun sa buhay mo, ibang pagmamahal, ibang version ng pagmamahal na ang pagiging asawa at pagiging nanay, diba?
True. Anyway, we're down to our last part nung podcast. Yung sister mo, si Ann, meron ba siyang mga say sa, love matters?
Not really. Parang actually, my ate, sobrang respectful niya sa space ko for my own growth and for my own even work life, even love life. Ano siya, very mindful and naghihintay lang yon lagi.
In short, hindi nakikialam.
Yeah, hindi siya nakikialam. As in, may payo, pero pag hiningi ko, tsaka siguro, she knows naman na kung kinaya niya, there's a way na kakayanin ko to. Parang mga ganun.
Oh. Alam mo, maganda yan kasi alam mo na may tiwala sa'yo yung sister mo.
Yeah. Oh, and not all sister relationships, ganon. Lalo na. Si ate kasi ever since I turned 21, I think, or 19, 20, maybe 20. I can't recall. Basta around nung age range na yon, medyo naramdaman ko, ba't nagbabago? Ba't hindi na niya ako
Bina-baby?
Oo.
Hindi ka na
Kasi may
bini-baby.
curfew ako noon. Tapos biglang nawala. Tapos parang nanibago din ako. And I don't know, I like being babied. I like yung naghahanap sa akin na umuwi na. And may takot ako noon, na malate sa curfew. Pero hindi naman yung takot kasi mag-aaway kami ng 2 days. Di ako papansinin ni ate. It's more of shocks. I just don't wanna hear it from her na sabi niya, oy, 1:30 na. 1 ang curfew. Bakit 1:30 ka umuwi?
Of course, syempre, needless to say, close ka naman sa family ng ate mo. Of course, kay Erwan and kay Dahlia.
Yes. And it's nice kasi I can visit their house anytime. Pwede akong pumunta doon and tumingin sa pantry nila kung may food.
So, makakapag-grocery ka doon.
Exactly. It's all healthy. So, minsan I'm like, Tox, nasan may mga chichirya ni ate dito? Kasi siya lang naman yung chichirya sa bahay. But it's ang sarap ng feeling to be seeing and having your family grow. Lalo na may baby girl Dahlia siya. I love her so much and I love being a tita so much to her. As in, ang sarap.
Spoiler ka ba na tita?
Nung una, ang dami kong gustong bilhin for her. Ang dami kong gifts sa kanya na parang nung pinanganak siya or netong mga last few birthdays niya. But then I realized, you know what? They can afford everything in life and I'll just give my time. That's my gift.
Yun ang hindi nabibili
Exactly. And I think being a present tita and a present family member is, I think, just something I always want to become and be for anyone in my family kasi. So, ang sarap na magagawa ko yun for her at nagagawa ko yun for her kasi ang sarap pagka-part ka ng mga family days, alam mo yun, dinadala ko ni ate, i-invite niya ako, na hey, we have ganitong presentation of Dahlia. Pupunta naman sila, but they extended to me and Jeff kasi ninong at ninang din kami bukod sa tita. So, I love it. I love being that family member.
Alam mo, the way you say it, parang ang feeling ko, nandun ka na doon sa parang prime of your life.
Yeah.
Which is good, no?
Yeah, I feel it.
Props
Bukod
to you.
nasa GMA Prime time.
Oo, so GMA Prime Time, nasa prime ka na ng life mo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I always end my podcast by turning the tables around. Ikaw naman yung magtatanong sa akin ng any question that I will wholeheartedly answer.
In the 10 years that you've shared in your relationship, I'm curious to know when the moment came, I don't know if I'm not sure now.
Yeah.
But if there is a moment that ever came around na parang naramdaman mo, shocks, ang bigat, hindi ko na kaya. What was it that made you push forward to make it keep working? Kasi, personally, there have been moments for me and in the past, nung mga matinding arguments, but I'm curious kasi how in a marriage that would work and how in a marriage it's handled.
Okay. I think I would like to think na ang pinaka-challenging lang talaga dun sa relationship namin was the first year. Kasi I came from bad, abusive relationships na I thought tama. So, nadala ko dun sa relationship namin. And without knowing, I was pushing him out. Like parang, I know this is going to end. I know this is not going to work. But pa natin pinapatagal. So it's that one whole year. I was not at my kindest. And siguro what made it work was yung love ninyo sa isa't isa. Kasi you have to know dapat clear yung itsura, clear yung vision nyo nung how much you love each other and how much you're going to give for this relationship. So, I think hindi lang yun dun sa challenge na yun, kahit sa day-to-day na misunderstanding nyo, dapat alam nyo kung paano nyo mahal ang isa't isa at kung paano nyo gagamitin yun to make things work.
Oh, yeah. Even when you're not at your kindest.
And sabi ko nga sa kanya, parang if we look back at it now, natatawa na lang kami. Kasi talagang sobrang, pardon the expression, pero I don't wanna say it, pero ang buwiset, ganon. Like super buwiset. I was parang spoiled brat ako, version 3 point something, whatever. Ganon.
Oh,
Parang ang feeling ko kasi na parang hindi ako magbe-best foot forward. Magwo-worst foot forward ako.
Ganon.
Ginanon ko. Pero yun na nga, fast forward to now, syempre nagkakaroon pa rin kayo ng mga misunderstandings. Pero we found out, we discovered na parang what really makes it work is yung constant love nyo for each other. Na which was present during the first part of the relationship na hanggang ngayon. And di ba? Yung hindi mo naman bibigyan ng something yung tao, hindi ka magpaparaya dun sa tao kung wala yung totoong love na nararamdaman mo.
Kailangan bumalik sa center yung na
At
love.
saka, I always say this, ngayon na okay, sobrang, for the last 9 years, sobrang okay yung relationship namin. Isa kasing inaalagaan namin yung peace between us. Yung parang wala kayong gustong gawin or wala kayong gustong ibigay or kunin that will challenge that peace.
Yeah.
Yun yung importante sa amin
Pareho
ngayon.
kayo ng mindset in achieving that.
And thank you very much for sharing this with me and dun sa mga nakikinig. And going back to yung prime time mo ngayon, we're so proud na nakabalik ka na ulit, finally sa TV. And we're very excited. And sana hindi lang for 2024, hindi itong Asawa ng Asawa Ko ang last TV project mo.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that everyone is impressed and the show is a success and that may follow up tayo na TV show this year.
Kung yun lang naman ang measurement, I'm sure madadagdagan na to. Jasmine, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you also to your team and to all the listeners of your podcast. I hope everyone's having a good entrance to 2024.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye.